Attention, Star Cadets! Stand by for action! Captain Paxar says prepare to travel time and soar through space while facing the worst villains of the past and the future. Stand by for Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour!
Greetings, Star Cadets! I, Captain Paxar, am speaking to you from the secret headquarters of the Interdimensional Peace Force. Today's mission is as follows. Buzz Corry and the Space Patrol must hunt down space pirates armed with an invisibility shield and a fear weapon. Stand by for action as the Space Patrol must stop the Space Vault Robbery.
Space Patrol! High adventure in the wild, vast reaches of space. Missions of daring in the name of interplanetary justice. Travel into the future with Buzz Corry, Commander-in-Chief of the Space Patrol. Brought to you by the Checkerboard Super Cereals, Wheat Chex, Rice Chex, and Good Hot Ralston.
I can't breathe. The walls are closing in. Why did it happen? Captain Dagger's new weapon trying to force us outside. I'm trying to fight it, Commander, but I can't. I gotta get out of here. Stop for us, Hap, or we'll be his prisoners.
Stand by for exciting action on the Space Vault Robbery in just one moment. Everything is going full blast at the Space Patrol post office. And the letters keep coming and coming and coming. And the whole place is so busy, it's going round and round and round. Here's why. All you Space Patrollers want one of these terrific new Space Patrol Monoview outer space helmets. And so the letters are just pouring in. You want one because this is the helmet that keeps your identity a positive secret. You can see out, but nobody can see in. The Monoview outer space helmet has oxygen tanks and breathing tubes printed right on it. And it's got a lightning flash hood and outer space earpieces that make everyone sound like they're talking to you from outer space. Right, Commander?
Right. But Space Patrollers, you'd better hurry because this wonderful offer is soon coming to an end. So if you don't want to miss out, send for yours today. All you need to get this neat helmet is 25 cents and an instant or regular Ralston box top.
Just buy a box of good hot Ralston. Then, with your name and address, send 25 cents in coin and an instant Ralston or regular Ralston box top to Space Patrol, Box 812, St. Louis, Missouri. If you've already sent in for your helmet, you may have to wait a few extra days because you saw how busy we were with all the orders. But we're catching up, so everybody will get their helmets in a very short time. That address again, Space Patrol, Box 812, St. Louis, Missouri. Here's a special Space Patrol flash. Immediately following today's adventure, Commander Corry will announce the name of the grand prize winner in the Name the Planet contest.
The ghost of the space lanes. Read that.
What is it? What? Well, who do they think they are, anyway?
The Security Council, Happy. The elected representatives of the people of the United Planet.
Yeah, but an investigation. Well, they can't investigate the Space Patrol just because of that phony space pirate.
Can't they?
Smoking rockets, Commander. Don't they realize that we're doing everything we can?
They're getting pressure from the people they represent, Hap. They're doing the only thing they can do, threatening us with an official investigation if we don't stop Captain Dagger.
Just the same, I'd like to see them doing better. Why, we can't even see his ship when he's using that Visa-Shield gimmick.
I wish the Visa Shield was the only thing they had to worry about.
Oh, you mean that inertia bomb that he uses to stop the spaceship?
No, Happy. Not the inertia bomb, and not spaceships.
What do you mean, sir?
A report just came in that a man dressed as an old-time pirate captain walked into a small bank in Chile, Mars, in broad daylight and cleaned it out.
He just walked in?
Just walked in.
Well, didn't anybody in the bank try to stop him?
That's just it. There wasn't a soul in the bank.
What?
All the employees, all the executives, even the bank president, minutes before it was looted. There's no doubt about it, Hap. Captain Daggett has some kind of new weapon, and we don't know the first thing about it.
Ahoy, matey! Are you near finished adjusting the phobia array?
It will be ready when we near the Venus City Bank.
You're a hearty lad, matey. Aye, it was a lucky day for Captain Dagger when you joined the crew.
Captain Dagger, please try to remember my name is Dr. Maddox, and that I am a scientist.
A renegade scientist, matey. Else you wouldn't be sailing under the skull and crossbones of Captain Dagger.
My name is not Matey.
You're my first mate, and rightly so. You've earned the rank with your invention here. Aye. The phobia array. A brilliant bit of work, mate. Why, there was nary a soul left in the bank building on Mars when you turned it on them. They couldn't wait to get out. Overcome with claustrophobia, they were.
I am well aware of the effect my phobia array has on its victims.
Aye, of course you are, matey.
And don't call me Matey!
Mind your tongue, bucko. You're talking to your skipper.
You're not my skipper, and I'm not a member of your crew, as you like to think.
Stow it, matey. You're talking mutiny.
Mutiny? You needn't try to impress me with your effective speaking. Well, that fancy sea pirate get up. Why, you look like a comic Valentine.
Comic Valentine, eh? Yes, we understand each other, matey. Else you'll feel a full charge of the electro-wire.
No, please, no, again.
And hear this, and understand it well. When you're aboard the ship of Captain Dagger, you'll do as he says. I am the skipper of this craft, and to defy me is mutiny. And it's known by no other name. So long as you remember that, you'll sail in me crew. Now, stand by your phobia array. Be ready to turn it on the Venus City Bank when we anchor to it. Matey.
A few moments later, when the big pirate ship disappears behind its scissor sheet and settles down on top of the Venus City Bank, a strange, gripping urge seizes every individual behind its walls, including the bank president, the phobia ray. In its strange power, he is suddenly overcome with a driving desire to leave the building. Tugging at his emotions, the ray convinces him that the walls of the room are closing in on him, and his urge to get out of the building is finally uncontrollable.
More of them, Commander. Reports are coming in from all over the system about banks being robbed by that phony space pirate. And in every case, all the bank employees just walked out of their offices and out of their cages and completely left the building, just the way you did, Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris, you were about to describe the feeling that compelled you to run out of your office.
It was the overpowering desire to get out of the building. If I'd stayed inside another moment, I would have gone mad. I'd have told it. But I was as powerless to prevent my leaving that building as if some great magnet were pulling me out.
What do you make of it, sir? Some kind of induced claustrophobia. Maybe a projected ray of some kind that works on the emotions. Well, thank you for your help. We appreciate your cooperation. We'll inform you the minute we know anything about the stolen money.
Thank you, Commander.
Happy, show Mr. Harris to the door. Yes.
Well, Dad sent me over this. He said he didn't want to use a messenger.
Secretary General.
Said it's awfully important.
Security Council held an emergency meeting and voted to transfer the entire Treasury Reserve of the United Planets from Terra to the Space Vault. space vault? Oh, you mean that big spherical thing that's lost out in space?
It isn't lost, Happy. It's just that no one person knows its position.
It's sort of a man-made planetoid, Happy. It travels in its own orbit around the sun, but it's such a tricky orbit that it's never possible at any one time to predict where it'll be at the next moment. Well, how will anybody ever find it then? By use of the sealed electronic brain that automatically flies any ship that's sent to it. Hey, what if Captain just happened to bump into it accidentally?
It isn't very likely, Happy. Chances of that happening are about 1,000,000,000 to 1.
Even Captain Dagger's luck isn't that good. Things are getting pretty bad when you have to take the whole treasury reserve and hide it just so that phony pirate can't steal it. That's what the Security Council thinks too, Hap. So they've given us the responsibility of transporting the tellurium bars. Just you and me, sir? Just the two of us? Well, just the two of us.
Does it say when you're supposed to leave?
It doesn't. Time of departure is left up to us, so there's no chance of it leaking out. That's a good idea, sir. This Captain Dagger's probably got spies planted all over the universe by now, and if one of them should find out what time we were leaving, he'd just have to follow us, and he'd find that space vault.
Understand, matey? They're transferring the bullion to the space vault. That was one of Captain Dagger's trusty crewmen on Terra that supplied the information. Yes, Captain. But didn't you say that nobody but Corry and his cadet know the exact time of departure of the treasury ship? Aye. But even that can be learned. With a tiny micro-transmitter planted on the person of one in the confidence of Corry.
Commander, look! Carol!
Carol.
At ease, Star Cadets! Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour will be back in a moment! Stand by for action, Star Cadets! We now return to Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour!
Carol, what happened?
I don't know. I was walking and a man jumped out from behind me.
Did he rob you? Is anything missing?
No, I don't think so.
Did we scare him off in time?
I don't understand this. What's going on?
Let's go back to the office.
That was the voice of the enemy, Commander Corry. Yes, Captain. But what if they don't discuss their blast-off time in front of the girl, then? What good would it do to conceal a micro-transmitter on her person? Captain Dagger himself is going to start the conversation. You? Well, I don't understand. Keep your eyes and ears open, matey, and you'll learn that your skipper is a slime. Ahoy, ye lovers on Terra! Captain Dagger will be speaking to Commander Corry.
All right, Captain Dagger, what's on your mind?
I'm serving notice, Sergeant Commander. The space vault will be robbed. Also, the cargo of tellurium will be fired. And he yourself will be me prisoner in the bargain.
Strong boat, Captain Dagger. Dagger.
Do you think you can really do it?
If he doesn't know our time of departure. Do you think that's leaked out already? How could it? Only the three of us know that we're planning to blast off at 0800 tomorrow morning. And I sure didn't tell anybody.
I didn't even tell Dad. Besides, he didn't want to know.
Oh, that pirate was just making noise. Listen, how could he possibly know anything about it? And the only way he can find his space vault is to follow our ship. Just the same, I think we better change our plans. Change them, sir? Okay. What's our new blast-off time? Right now.
Now, Buzz?
As soon as we can pick up the electronic brain, get to the spaceport in 10 minutes at exactly 13:42. 13:42. Check. Blast off in the general direction of Mars and let the automatic controls take over.
Okay, Hap, let's have the sealed unit. Take over. Right. Got it. All right, Hap, we no longer have any control over the course we take.
You see, matey, how easy it is? We can see them, but they can't see us. And they're leading us right straight to the space ball.
Lenny, you hear that? Sound like a rocket was throttled back. They were. We already controls decelerating the ship. There's the reason, dead ahead.
Look, the rockets, that's it. The space ball.
I'll bring the ship in above them and tie to them with a magnetic coupler.
Captain, won't they see us when we get that close?
Aye, but by that time they'll be fighting to lead their ship. The phobia ray will have them.
You use manual control to approach the sphere. Well, here we are. I don't see that pirate ship anywhere. Looks like old Captain Dagger was just bluffing. Hey, Commander, look. It's him.
Ready the phobia ray. Now!
Commander, I gotta get out of here. No, Happy. The walls are closing in. I gotta hurry free. I didn't have to Captain Dagger's new weapons. Trying to force it outside. Trying to fight it, Commander. I gotta get out of here. No, Happy, don't go out there. We'll be in prison.
Lower the magnetic coupling over the hatch of Corry's ship. When they come through the airlock, they'll have no choice but to climb up through the coupling. Right into me, Ham. Friend Corry. There, matey, there they be. And soon the revenge will be complete.
Revenge?
Aye. We've Corry's ship with its cargo of tellurium bombs. Now, we'll fasten our freight coupling winch over the top of the space ball. Then, with our winch, we'll hoist all the treasure which is there and hoist it aboard the ship. And then the revenge. I'll leave them aboard the ship, right, where they'll stay, in place of the treasure we removed from it. And there they'll be till the end comes, nice and slow. Avast, matey, move lively. We've work to do. me down there. Matey, speak up! What's the delay? Aye, Captain, pull it up. That's better. Now keep it moving. Look out! Corry's up there! Look out! What do you say, matey?
Captain Dagger, I think it's time you let us see your hideout and return all that loot you've stolen.
And that, bucko, may be easier said than done.
Pappy, are you all right?
Oh, sure, Commander, I'm okay. And so's our friend down here.
Here it is, the sensational new Space Patrol Monoview Outer Space Helmet that Commander Corry wants all of you Space Patrollers to have. Man, is it fun. The most exciting, most baffling, most thrilling, and mysterious piece of Space Patrol equipment ever created. Watch. Here's what I mean. Who's this guy? Who? You'll never know unless he takes that helmet off. Because this man is wearing the new Space Patrol Monoview Outer Space Helmet. The most amazing disguise in the universe. Amazing because the person wearing it can see out, but nobody can see in. No matter how close we look into that glittering, glistening one-way eye plate, his identity is a secret because you absolutely cannot see through it. Yet the person behind it can see everything. Boy, think of the fun you can have playing Space Patrol with a helmet like this. Look, here's how the man wearing this helmet can see out of it. He can see everything clear as day, even though we can't see who he is. Uh-oh, he's taking off his helmet. Now we'll know who he is. Look, Cadet Happy. Hey, who would have guessed it? Yes, sir. And when you wear your outer space helmet, your friends won't know who you are either. Loads and loads of fun. And all you have to do to get one is buy a package of good hot Ralston. Then, with your name and address, send 25 cents in coin and an instant Ralston or a regular Ralston box top to Space Patrol, Box 812, St. Louis, Missouri. That's Space Patrol, Box 812, St. Louis, Missouri.
Well done, Star Cadets! The first phase of our mission was a rousing success! Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour will be back in a moment!
Welcome back, Star Cadets. I, Captain Paxar, will now brief you on the second phase of our mission. Scott McCloud, aka Space Angel, races to the aid of a survey ship marooned on the hostile planet Prometheus. Stand by for action as Space Angel launches a desperate rescue mission.
Blast off for another exciting adventure in outer space with Scott McCloud, Space Angel, in the story of The Rescue Mission. The Space Force Operations Building on Earth is the control center for all space traffic. Jupiter 7, you are clear for blastoff. This is Saturn 4-5 requesting automatic entry program. Over.
Mars 173, your trajectory is good. Cut power in 15 space units.
Mayday! Mayday! This is Survey 2 calling all stations. We have been hit by micrometeorites. Control out, power out. Over.
Lieutenant, we have a mayday from Survey 2 on the interstellar frequency.
Get their position. I'll notify Master Control.
Survey 2, this is Earth Control. Give us your position. Over.
Master Control, we have a mayday on Interstellar Channel 37.
Right, Lieutenant. Give me 37.
Earth Control, this is Survey 2. We are in Sector 7, subsection 390, orbiting Prometheus at 18,000. Over.
Give me Sector 7 on the astro chart.
There they are. They're awfully near the surface.
Survey 2, this is Master Control.
We have you targeted. We'll dispatch rescue ship immediately. Keep us advised of your condition and location. Over.
Roger. We'll comply, and thanks. Out here.
There doesn't seem to be any ships in the immediate area of Prometheus.
No, sir. I guess the Space Force station orbiting Pluto is the closest.
That's about 25,000 astro leagues away from them.
Good. Tell them to dispatch 2 ships immediately and notify the chief. Just below in the chief's office, Scott and Taurus go over the flight test plans for the new DART.
All the wind tunnel and vacuum chamber tests checked out, eh?
That's right, Chief. We're ready for actual flight check.
Pardon me, Chief. We have a mayday from the Prometheus area. We've dispatched 2 Space Force ships from the Pluto wing.
Yeah, that must be the survey ship. And we'll be right up.
You can see on the astro chart the ships from Pluto are on the way.
Good, good.
We sure are moving fast.
Survey 2, this is Pluto 4. We have you on our scope. We'll arrive area destination at 12 space periods. Over.
Pluto 4? Well, that's only a local recon ship designed for Pluto environment. Major Todd to Pluto 4. What happened to the regular Space Force? Come in, Pluto 4.
They're all off the base. We're going out to do what we can. There are 2 of us, sir. This is Survey 2. We're losing orbital velocity. We're falling into Prometheus. Are you tracking us?
Major, tell them to eject as soon as they register atmosphere environment.
Master Control to Survey 2. Advise you eject at buoyancy level. Please acknowledge.
We read you, Major. Will do. Acceleration 2 Gs. Approaching ejection level. We'll contact you later by relay. I hope. Out here. The light's out. They're down.
I hope they ejected in time.
Even if they did, they can't last very long on that planet. Its atmosphere is poisonous gas, and the gravity is almost 6 times that of Earth.
How about the proto ships? They'll be there in a few minutes.
They'll be of little use on that planet. They haven't the escape velocity to get off.
Pluto 4 to Master Control. We are in the area last reported by Survey 2.
Pluto 4, this is Master Control. See if you can spot the capsule. It should be in Section 12. But don't get in too close. You haven't the power to sustain an orbit. If you get closer than 2 astro leagues, you'll fall in.
Roger, Master Control. We are 2.5 astro leagues out and starting search.
Now, that's a mean-looking planet. Seems to have a heavy gaseous atmosphere.
The terrain is really rugged. Hey, I've spotted them. The capsule seems to be intact, but we are not getting any signals from them.
It's possible their signal isn't getting through the heavy atmosphere.
If we could get in a little closer, we might be able to pick it up. That is, if they're alive.
No, Pluto 4. Don't chance it. Even if they are, there's nothing you can do to help them.
Professor Mace on the Evening Star calling for the chief.
Put him through.
I just heard that Survey 2 is down.
That's right, Professor.
Chief, Scott, Crystal's on that ship. Oh, no. Crystal is one of the crew on Survey 2. How can they survive on the desolate planet Prometheus? Don't miss the next exciting episode with Scott McCloud, Space Angel. Blast off for another exciting adventure in outer space with Scott McCloud, Space Angel, in the story of the rescue mission. Last time, a mayday call was received from the rocket ship Survey 2. The ship was orbiting the planet Prometheus, with its controls out and power out. The crew had to eject and land on the desolate, uninhabited planet. Professor Mace had just informed them that Crystal was on that ship.
That's right, Chief. Survey 2 was launched from the Evening Star.
Professor, I thought she was on the Evening Star with you.
Survey 2's regular navigator wasn't feeling well, and Crystal asked to take his place.
Who else was on that ship?
Captain Rogers and Flight Engineer Bentley.
We'll get back to you, Professor Mace. Pluto 4 is reporting on them now. You can tune in interstellar frequency and get the reports.
Master Control, this is Pluto 4. We are getting a signal from them. They are all alive. Landing not too severe. Environment registers 20 atmospheres. Oxygen content negligible. Mostly heavy gases.
Get the exact gravity reading.
Pluto 4, can you give us an exact gravity reading?
Roger, Master Control. Gravity reads 5.5 Gs.
Wow. 5.5 times that of Earth.
How about a Jupiter ship? Their escape velocity is great enough, and a ship could be there in 30 space periods.
It wouldn't work, Taurus. Remember, they need additional boosters to get off Jupiter. And there are no boosters on Prometheus.
Chief, Dart 2 could get in and out of there. We have 10 million pounds of thrust and very little weight.
There are lots of holes in that plan. The Dart 2 hasn't been flight tested yet.
Even if you got there in 50 space periods, you could only bring out one at a time.
You'd never make it. And if the Dart didn't work, we'd lose another man.
A Jupiter ship could drop the oxygen they need. That would give us the extra time.
Might work. Well, they'd have to drop in a man in a motorized suit to hook it up. Remember, gravity's so strong, the crew can hardly move.
Space Force from Neptune can do that.
Aye, O'Hara's out there. He's the man for you.
How about it, Chief?
This is the Chief.
Yes, sir.
Haul out Dart 2 and load it in the Starduster ready for testing. Immediately.
Starduster to Control. Dispensing countdown. Clear me for blastoff.
Roger, Starduster. You are clear for immediate blastoff.
Here we go, Taurus.
All set, Skipper. Blast away!
Starduster to Master Control. We're off and tracking.
Almost at the same time, the Starduster breaks into space. A needle-like ship with a great booster blasts off from Jupiter. In their bomb bay, they carry the life-giving oxygen for the downed space crew on Prometheus. And from a space station orbiting Neptune, a Space Force ship blasts off for the same destination. In its bomb bay, it carries a man in a motorized spacesuit ready for the drop.
Master Control, this is Space Force 7. We're off and tracking. Roger, Space Force 7. We're tracking you. Control to Pluto 4. Relay message to Survey 2. Oxygen drop and rescue ships en route. ETA 40 space periods. Please acknowledge.
Roger, Master Control. We'll relay message. They'll be mighty happy to hear it.
Professor Mace on the Evening Star again.
Right.
Chief, I've been observing the planet Prometheus.
Yes, Professor.
There's a meteor cloud in orbit around that planet. That's what hit Survey 2.
What's its orbit time?
It comes around every 4 space periods.
Pluto 2's been there almost that long now.
Thanks, Professor. Tell Pluto 4 to get out of there.
Master Control to Pluto 4. Master Control to Pluto 4. Come in, Pluto 4. There's a meteor shower due at any minute. Come in, Pluto 4.
They're fading out.
Come in, Pluto 4. Come in, Pluto 4.
A meteor shower. Did the message get through to Pluto 4? Don't miss the next exciting episode of Space Angel. Blast off for another exciting adventure in outer space with Scott McCloud, Space Angel, in the story of The Rescue Mission. Last time, Crystal and the crew of the Survey 2 ejected and landed on Prometheus. They had precious little oxygen and could hardly move because of the gravity, which was 5.5 times that of Earth's. Scott McCloud's new ship, the untested Dart II, was the only ship powerful enough to escape from this gravity. Scott and Taurus blasted off in the Starduster with the Dart II aboard. Another ship blasted off from Jupiter with oxygen for the survivors. And still another ship blasted off from Neptune with Captain O'Hara aboard in a motorized spacesuit.
Master Control to Pluto 4. Come in, please.
Control's out. Transmitter's gone. No use fighting it, Vic. We're ejecting.
Let's go.
Pluto 5 calling Master Control. Orbiting meteor storm directly below us. Pluto 4 is out and falling. I repeat, meteor storm orbiting below us. Pluto 4 is out and falling. Crew has ejected.
I read you, Pluto. Can you accomplish pickup? Over.
Shouldn't have any trouble. Meteor storm is tailing out.
Good. Then return to your base. The other rescue units will take it from there.
Okay, Chief. Out here.
Major, alert the rescue units on that orbiting meteorite storm. They're to check it out with Professor Mace.
Will do, Chief. All units moving in on schedule, Chief.
Let's hope this works.
We get the message, Professor. We are approaching target now.
The meteor cloud is in elliptical orbit. It will sweep through target sector again in 4 periods.
At ease, Star Cadets! Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour will be back in a moment! Stand by for action, Star Cadets! We now return to Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour!
We have just time to make the drop. Going into orbit. Out here. Space Force 7 calling Survey 2. We are on search. Give us a signal. I repeat, we are on search. Give us a signal. Give us a signal.
Survey 2 to Space Force 7. We're sure glad you're here.
Hey, how are you doing down there?
Oh, could be better. Oxygen low and we can hardly move in this gravity.
Well, hang on. Someone will be down soon to give you a hand.
You better hurry. The other two are out, I think. Here's our signal.
Got a fix on them. Correcting angle of approach. All set, O'Hara?
All set, Mac. As ready as I'll ever be. Let's lay this egg and hope it hatches.
Target coming up. Stand by for retro. On target. Stand by for drop in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, drop.
So far, so good. Coming in right on target. Landing okay, Mac. Better check on that oxygen freighter.
Will do, O'Hara. Out here. Space Force 7 calling Jupiter Big Shot.
Space Force 7, this is Big Shot. Over.
Man drop successful. You're next. Please give us your ETA.
Approaching target at full acceleration, ETA, 5 periods.
That'll be a tight schedule. Meteor cloud due here in 6 periods. Better. Hold it. Come in, O'Hara. What's up?
Situation desperate down here. Can't arouse anyone. Oxygen rating nil.
Jupiter Big Shot due in 5 periods. Coming in under full power.
That'll be too late. I'll hook in my spare tank.
What'll you do for oxygen, O'Hara?
Well, if I run out, I'll hold my breath. Out here.
Space Force 7 to Jupiter Big Shot.
Come in, Space Force.
Situation desperate down below. Make ready to drop oxygen on orbit approach. Zero in on Survey 2 signal.
Okay, Space Force. Will do. We'll only have time for one pass before that meteor shower comes. We'll skip into the atmosphere and make the drop.
Good luck, Big Shot. See you topside.
Here it comes, O'Hara, right on your tin head. Chute set to open at 10,000 feet.
Here they come. I can taste that oxygen already. Oh, no! The entry friction exploded the tanks.
Space Force 7. What's going on out there? Was the drop good?
Space Force 7 to Master Control. Negative, Chief. The tanks exploded in the heavy atmosphere.
How about Big Shot?
He's here and okay.
Roger, Master Control. Soon as we cool off, we'll try another drop.
We will go in slower and lower.
Do you have time?
That asteroid cloud is due again any minute.
We'll have to. O'Hara said situation desperate.
Okay, Big Shot. The decision is yours.
Roger, Master Control. Starting run.
Stand by for drop.
Come on, chutes. Open. Oh, the drop's good. It won't be long now, kids. I'll get the tanks and be right back.
Thank goodness.
Best news I've ever heard.
Beautiful drop. Thanks, Big Shot.
Don't mention it, O'Hara. It's a pleasure to give you the air.
Come on, Big Shot. Asteroid cloud coming up fast. We're moving upstairs till it blows over.
Roger, Space Force. We're coming. Can't miss the asteroid cloud, though. We just have to plow through it and hope the shielding holds.
So far, so good. Just like flying through a hailstorm, breaking through.
No damage to ship.
Good shoe, Big Shot. That's no spaceship, that's a bulldozer.
How's O'Hara doing down below?
This baby should solve our breathing problems for quite a spell.
Just in time. The oxygen reading is down to 0.
No, there you are. All the comforts of home.
Thanks, O'Hara. When we get out of here, remind us we owe you a party.
Pinned down by 5.5 Gs isn't much fun. I'll be glad when this is over.
Hey, upstairs. Hookup's made. Now all we need is our taxi.
Great, O'Hara. I'll see if I can get an ETA on the Starduster. Master Control, this is Space Force 7. Over.
Go ahead, Space Force 7. Was the drop successful?
Roger, Master Control. Drop successful. Survey crew okay. When is the Starduster due here? Over.
Starduster is due in 1 space period. You can contact them direct on this channel.
Roger, Master Control. Out here. Starduster, this is Space Force 7.
Space Force 7, this is the Starduster. We've been monitoring you and Big Shot. Well done on your operation. We'll be in your area in 1 space period.
Great, Scott. I guess it's up to you from here on. Out here.
We ought to have them all safe aboard in another 2 space periods.
I hope so, Taurus. If Dark 2 hangs together. Remember, she's never been flight tested.
A flight test that means life or death to those trapped on the hostile planet. Don't miss the next exciting episode of Space Angel. Blast off for another exciting adventure in outer space with Scott McCloud, Space Angel, in the story of the rescue mission.
Space Force 7 and Big Shot. We're approaching rendezvous area. How are conditions down below, Mac?
Just talked to O'Hara. Crew's okay. He's hooked up the oxygen that Big Shot dropped.
Big Shot, what was your entry speed?
I had to maintain about 8,400 to keep from falling in, Scott. But it was mighty hot, even with our shielding.
Coming out, we had everything open but the toolbox and just barely made it. Hope your landing ship has plenty of power.
I think it has. We'll find out soon. Okay, Taurus. Take the controls and stand by to launch the dock. All set, Taurus. Pre-flight checkout, okay.
Aye, Skipper.
Lower away.
Good luck, Skipper. handle, Skipper?
Just great so far, Torres. This is probably the toughest flight test the ship ever had. Coming in, O'Hara. What's the condition of the surface?
You're doing fine, Scott. Head straight for the sphere.
This gravity is really something. I see you've got a package for me, O'Hara.
Ah, that I have. And a pretty one, too. But she's sure heavy. Guess she ought to go on a diet.
O'Hara, after what you've done, you could say anything about me you like, and I wouldn't get mad at you.
Well, now, if this little ship has enough power to get us all out of here, we'll just hold you to that bargain, Chris.
Be back soon, O'Hara.
All right. You still got 2 more packages, you know. And me, don't forget me.
Can we make it, Scott?
We'll soon find out, Chris. Hang on.
Hey, anybody upstairs? The darts disappeared in the overcast. Can you see them from up there?
O'Hara, this is Torres. I can't see them. You sure they didn't burn?
You don't know, Torres. The ship was awful hot.
I see them. They just broke through.
Dark to Starduster. Stand by for pickup.
Aye, Skipper. Have you got Chris?
She's fine. Right to Chris. Chris.
Oh, yes. I was just enjoying being able to move again.
Bomb bay open.
Stand by for hookup.
3 more times the Dart II proves its capability as it returns through the poisonous atmosphere where O'Hara, in his motorized suit, loads the precious cargo, and the Dart again struggles against the heavy gravity into space where the Starduster waits. And finally, the big Irishman himself is picked up and carried into the safety of space and the Starduster.
Master Control, this is the Starduster. You go ahead, Scott. Rescue mission completed, Chief. Survey's crew are all okay. Notify Professor Mace, will you?
Right, Scott. Starduster, Big Shot, and Space Force 7 return to base.
All right, Chief. Starduster, returning to base. Big Shot, returning to Jupiter.
Space Force 7, returning to Neptune.
Oh, come on now, Torres. Get me out of here.
What's the matter, O'Hara? You've got motors. Get yourself out.
Well, my batteries are dead.
I think we ought to leave him in there, Torres.
No, Crystal. You promised to be good if we got you off that planet.
Aye, Chris. Maybe when we get back to the base, we can find him a can opener. And so ends the story of the rescue mission. Don't miss the next exciting adventure of Space Angel.
Great job, Star Cadets! The Captain will debrief you in a moment when Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour returns.
Mission accomplished, Star Cadets. You've all served with valor and honor. The Space Patrol, Space Angel, and I, Captain Paxar of the Interdimensional Peace Force, salute you. You may now stand down until we meet again at the appointed time coordinates, when we will again undertake a daring mission through time, space, and alternate dimensions. Until then, Star Cadets, always remember, keep the peace.